Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today, in the arena, we are playing Esper Planeswalkers. And we are going to try to control the meta and then take over with a flurry of super friends who are going to dominate the game. They're actually coming together like Ocean's 11 style to bust a casino, except it's not a casino, it's a bank, because it says right on it, Bank Buster. So it's like bank busting super friends. We have a lot of new cards in this deck to try to carry it. So we've got 4 copies of the Reckoner Bankbuster as our card advantage weapon of choice. We've taken some time off from bank busting. I really did go through a phase where it was in every deck I made. Then I realized that some decks were too tempo negative for the Bankbuster, and some metas were not great for the Bankbuster. But now it seems like we're settling into a place where perhaps bank busting can be a thing again, as it seems to have done very well so far playing in this deck alongside all of these lovely Planeswalkers. It also gives you a variety of types on the battlefield, so it's really hard for the opponent to get rid of everything you have going on. Their farewell might get rid of your Bankbuster, and maybe even your Portable Hole, but won't get rid of your Planeswalkers. Their Doomscar will get rid of all your little token creatures, but not the Bankbuster. Their Blood on the Snow naming Planeswalkers will get rid of all the Planeswalkers, but not the Bankbuster. It's really just about having a variety of things on the battlefield to keep the opponent busy while getting ahead little by little over the course of the game. For Planeswalkers, we've got 8 of the new ones, so we got 4 Kaito Shizuki and 4 Wandering Emperor. These are the backbone of the deck. We want to get these down early and often, creating battlefield presence and traction that the opponent has to deal with from 2 fronts, both the creatures they create and the Planeswalker themselves that gets card advantage over time. And then we've got a few sidekicks along the way, Sorin and Lolth, both tagging in as one-ofs to join the team a little bit. Just, they're like the specialist on the job. That makes sense. We get to play because we're Esper, the best removal spell in Vanishing Verse, which we haven't been able to use too much of. We also get some sidekicks to Vanishing Verse, like Infernal Grasp, Portable Hole, March of Otherworldly Light, and March of Wretched Sorrow. I really don't like Portable Hole very much, but it looks better and better the more runes decks I run into, and it's not the worst against mono white. If they have Skyclave Apparition, if they switch from Brutal Cathar, then it is a bit of a problem, but for the most part, Portable Hole against runes is almost essential because you need to be shutting down their stuff from the get-go, like from turn 1. And then we've got 2 copies of Check for Traps, which, well, there you go. If you're going to rob a bank, you better check for traps. There's always that security stuff here and there. Really, this card is the card that makes it so I don't necessarily have to lose to Hullbreaker Horror. I can go into the hand and take the Hullbreaker Horror away. It also helps me ensure that like my Planeswalkers are good to go against control decks, and we're not running any counter spells despite our tiny, just 1-card blue splash. So Check for Traps is like the counter spell we would splash, but instead of Test of Talents, we have Check for Traps. Works out pretty well, honestly, overall for the mana. Then all the way down here, we've got the Doomscars to blow up the boards, the Hooks to sweep the boards, and some Soul Shatters to get those Goldspan Dragons and opposing Planeswalkers as well. The deck looks like a little bit of an odd pile. I know I got the primary list of it from Magic the Gathering online deck dump for a standard challenge. I think it finished in like the top 20 or something. And I give credit to the builder. But I looked today again and I couldn't find it because I downloaded like 12 decks at once. Usually I write down like the deck name on the title, and I didn't because I was lazy. Guilty. But shout out to those still grinding on Magic the Gathering online. Every now and then, the tournaments over there do produce some cool lists like what we played yesterday. Check out the Mech Titan Core video from yesterday if you haven't already, and what we're going to play today. Now, what I do know that list had 25 land, and one of the first things I do to one board in this particular game is I go up on land. Everybody kind of knows it. It's been a while since anybody in comments has given me crap about playing too many lands. It's good. You're coming around. I see you. I'm glad that it's getting through your head now that missing land drops is bad. And now that I'm running like Seed of the Emperor, Otawara Warring City, Takenunma, Abandoned Mire, like these are basically spells when they don't need to be land, and you need them to be land early. You play them if you have nothing else. So I can run 27 land, but I secretly have spells hitting my mana base. So I think it's totally fine. Also, Hive Overhaul, because blue is our splash, and because Hive helps us attack a graveyard with Exile, which is something we don't have much of otherwise, unless we use our check for traps kind of awkwardly. All right. Oh no, that's not even check for traps. That's Agonizing Remorse is the card that can also hit the graveyard. Traps can't. So yeah, if we want to exile something from the graveyard, like say a Rite of Oblivion, we got to use the Hive. So it's got to be the Hive. All right. Enough micro just details, good stuff. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Number 542 versus number 224. You want my position. You shan't have it. We've got turn 2 Doomscar, turn 3 Kaito. Lock it in. We do need another white. Don't let me play this on blue. If I do, it's your fault at this point. Not cool. So many Thalias. So much mono white. Think it through. You wouldn't want to make a mistake. Uh-huh. Pretty busted start on the play. The only thing missing was a 1-drop. If I miss a land drop, I'm gonna throw a fit. I'm telling you straight up. All right, so we want to do this on their turn in combat. We want to kill the Adeline, I think. We want to wait till combat in case they have another one. And I think we Vanishing Verse. Oh my god. Their draw is so busted. But yep, this takes a lot of damage off the board. The adversary adds a lot. All right, if I miss this land drop though, I'm gonna throw a fit. I have 27 freaking land, and they curved out perfect on the play. I'm on the draw. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is fine. I just. I'm gonna lose it. One of these days, this monitor is going out this window. Oh good, they put it on the adversary. Do you think they have Valorous Stance? They might. No, they can't play it. They have a Thalia. All right, off the top. Off the top. Any untapped, like a black or a white will do. So the only bad draw is Otawara Soaring Cité. And a non-land. All right, 29 lands in all decks. I thought we were gonna have a nice day playing some sweet Esper Planeswalker-y control, and I wake up to getting mana screwed. Mana screwed. Oh look, a 4-lander. Must be my birthday to get something like that. Okay, come on. Runes. I'm gonna take out all of my frustration and rage on you. And that's just the way it's gonna be. And is a bit slow, and we're on the draw again. They could just go rune crazy next turn. Draw a billion cards, hit me for 1,000,000 damage. I guess that helps. But I'm doing this. They have at least 2 threats I have to stop here. That's strong. I think do we verse that instead of doom scarring? Oh look, one of my chill lands. Nice. I think we verse that. What else you got? Go ahead, let them rip. They're living their bestest rune life. Down to 5. Good for me. All right, go away. White, white, so blue. Boom. And we try again. Let's see what happens on the attack. Wandering Emperor, maybe. Kodama of the Westry. Your stuff isn't modified. How do we do it? I think we just seed it. Because we could play Emperor and minus, but then there's nothing to plus on. And Emperor minus is better here, I think. Huh. A little punished. They'll be okay. Alvar. There's some weird spice in this deck. What am I gonna do about that Halvar, though? So big. Well, I definitely put myself in a corner here. All right, we'll do that. That thing is way too scary. Like any rune plus that thing, and I'm just dead. Like, well, the trample rune particularly. Are you out of things? All right, let's get Soren down. Make vampire. Lifelink can be good when you're behind. So generous. Rune? Interesting. So they had a rune last turn, they just didn't play it. They were like, we're gonna hold it for a creature. Maybe they don't know they can enchant their permanents to draw. It's not totally intuitive. Plus here. Let's attack with the 3/4 first, gain the life. I mean, I guess what's the most expensive card in my deck is like 5, so this can't hurt too badly. That's good. Let's shove the visitor into our portable hole. Tamio's safekeeping, no! Okay, indestructible and hexproof. We can target the rune, I guess. And this is an instant, so we don't need to do it right this second. We could prevent them gaining 2 life, but it's fine. That's why you wait till targeting on safekeeping. Unless they 5-head wanted me to take the rune, so that later they can get it back and draw a card with a Boseiju or something.
There are many secrets I don't know now.
All right, the incremental advantage game is kicking in, big time. Right, they've got Hallowed Haunting. That's why we didn't use March right away. Yep, the anti-rune strategy of strategy. Just kill them all. Kill everything they play. Let nothing live. I feel a little better. Hit all my land drops, played all my planeswalkers. It was good. Arteritas. Ooh, look at all the chill lands. Like, every time I have 2 of these, I'm so happy. I'd max them, but then you end up going tap land, tap land, tap land. Then we're gonna have another white mana scare, potentially. But this time I've got some cheap removal spells. I had that last time too. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. There's nothing that goes wrong with my hands, ever. Short memory. Short memory is a gift in Magic. I was always cursed with a good memory. But oh yeah, we're on the play. Oh, that's nice. I'd forgotten what that's like. Okay, white aggro disguising some red. I actually, so the Boros aggro deck, the Boros deck that kind of uses red just for 1-drops and Den of the Bugbear, That's a pretty good deck. I'll have to showcase that sometime, because white lost their best creature land, Faceless Haven, and the Cave is too slow. So a lot of white aggro decks are playing Crawling Barrens, but you could just play Den of the Bugbear and have more good 1-drops in your deck. All right, Dahlia's back. Second verse, same as the first. We still haven't drawn our land. That's great. But this turn we can Vanishing Verse the Thalia, unless they also have, well, Tapped Snarl. Sometimes life is hard. Unless they also have Adeline. Man, being on the play, though, makes a huge difference here. Getting to take out this Thalia before the Initiate pumps. If they had played an Adeline, we could just kill it. There's the Kumano. Kumano faces Kakazan. We let them get taxed, though. It was fun. You tax yourself. You have no one to blame but you. Land. Thank you. So we have some interesting stuff we can do. We can march this, and then they don't get the creature with the +1/+1 counter, but I think we just let them play into us and try to set up a Wandering Emperor for them to cope with, and try to save the Doomscar for the turn this comes out, or the turn after this comes out, after Kumano comes out. Trying to get better at, like, not saying this, that, you, saying names. That's a card. That is a card. How do we deal? Soul Shatter deals. Doomscar deals if we draw a land. Like, we could play Wandering Emperor here, make a 2/2, and they don't attack. I like that.
Run away.
Man, being on the play is a huge difference, isn't it? Don't attack with that Initiate. Don't you do it. You do it, it dies. Ah, they clever. They figured it out. Alright, so we draw the land. We can still Doomscar here. Don't think that's even necessarily the plan. Let's Soul Shatter their Redain. Or we could just make another dude. They attack and kill the Emperor, and the next turn we Doomscar? And we keep our Soul Shatter? I do have to keep these creature lands in mind, but I have another Emperor. That's pretty good for dealing with those. Let's try putting them on the back foot. Let's go Soul Shatter your Redain. Let's go +1 counter on the Vigilant dude, and let's attack. Let's see how they handle a little Vigilant aggression. Because if they don't deal with this 3/3 and this Wandering Emperor, we could win the game without ever casting this Doomscar. That's a good card, but it is tempo negative. And they hit lands and Aspirin. It's hard out there for Snarl gamers. Good question of what we want to do here. Make a 4/4 and attack? Make another 2/2 to make their attacks harder? They need to cast a few spells, but they'll get +1/+1 counters, so they'll have advantageous attacks no matter what. I don't think we want Doomscar yet. Let's keep drawing them in. This is tough. I think I'm going to go for the biggest Samurai here. Ouch, humping. I like that. Very nice. Reactive game plan. So now the Boros deck is the one drawing cards, and we're the one beating down. Awkward. Alia. Sure. And oh yeah, send them out. Send them all out. Let's go. All is going according to plan. So we chump here, we Doomscar, we make a new Samurai. We still have March open for their den. Ah, patience. as a win con.
Protect the
And they're out of here. That felt good. Aside from a missed land drop or two, it's been a fun day. It's been 3 straight aggro piles to beat up on with our Esperness. On the draw with a bunch of removal spells. Hope that the trend continues. This would be a pretty rough hand to play against a control. We haven't drawn our Bankbusters even once. Hopefully we'll only draw them when we play against control. Oh, I see what happened there. Being on the draw is pretty rough, though. What if they just have Jwari here? We test it? Nah. Bankbuster, too important. If I had a follow-up, like if I had a Kaito Shizuki, I would definitely play a Bankbuster there to get their Jwari, but I don't have one. Because if we wait here for the expressive iteration, we play around it. Alright, now we just need to dodge... Oh. Well, fine. You're gonna be like that.
The system.
Let's just go up. We've got plenty of cards here we're happy to discard, because they're not good in the matchup, with the typical Is It deck. I wish I'd held the Doomscar now. Oh well. Stuff happens. Loot, loot, loot. As long as I have a land to play every turn, I'll be fine. Bankbusty? Be an interesting thing to counter. A very slow little card advantage machine. Okay. One less counter to defend their dragon with. We don't want Kaito to get too low, where it can get hit by dragons, fire, and demon. So we're probably plussing the whole way. As much as I'd love a ninja. There's Jwari, which means they might not have another land. Anyway, let's go for their hand. See if they have another Saw It Coming just waiting for this check for traps. Good draw. One of our important cards in the matchup. Unexpected Windfall, Battle of Frost and Fire, Demon Bolt, Burn Down the House, Cinderclasm, Jwari Disruption. That Burn Down the House is a pain. It's probably what's going to be the end of Kaito here. But they have to tap out to do it, so maybe we can find a way to take advantage of them. Let's take the Windfall. I'm surprised they didn't do it in response, but I guess I get it. We just take their best card. Okay.
I know some.
I would like more Planeswalkers, and another Bankbuster, please. I am really surprised they spent their one counter spell on a Bankbuster. Might wake out for them. Might work out. I wonder if what I'm supposed to do when they do this is exile... I think I'm supposed to do this. I think I'm supposed to exile the Devils and try to stay ahead of like one Devil versus Shizuki. It's all I've got. It's like my whole game plan. Feels weird, but I think this is right. Nice.
You're a mentor.
I really wish I had this Doomscar in hand to discard. That was a mistake. Take it all back. It's hard to justify turn 2 do nothing in that spot, but I think it was the right play. So let's see. They could go for Battle of Frost and Fire. And that would kill Kaido, but they're not going to. Okay. Like, they could battle, destroy their own devil, be the final, like, 5 damage. Okay, lol. Now we're getting it going. I still want to save this for a dragon. Definitely a dragon deck. So if we play Lolth here, they Cinderclasm, and they kill Lolth. Not great. Let's just hold. Holding is fine. We don't need to turn on their Cinderclasm. We could just play this to draw cards, but then Demon Bolt takes it out. The Lolth isn't great right now, but we'll find a home for it somehow. We just have to, like, get them to commit some of these cards. And every turn we're getting a little ahead with Bankbuster, so... Well, maybe not ahead, but back in the game with Bankbuster. Alright, here's a Demon Bolt. And a Dragonfire. Okay. Draw? Maybe we'll draw a solution, but probably not. Now they get to unleash the power of their devil on this Go-Face. But we are doing it when it comes to the Bankbusters. They are doing what they set out to do. Dragon time yet? We know Goldspan's in there, but sometimes these decks don't draw their Goldspans. I will make a pilot. Pilot will go toe-to-toe with this devil. Might as well. It's gonna die somehow anyway. They're just gonna hold that battle. It is good against Planeswalkers, I'll admit. Emperor. So, bring down the Wandering Emperor on their end step and try to do shenanigans that way and keep drawing. Or, I think what we can do here, I like playing Sorin and plussing, because then battle can't kill it. You don't want a minus there because you run right into the battle. We're going to have to watch our life total, but we do have the March. We know that card's not a counterspell now. They would have used it. It's probably another spot removal. Like another Dragon's Fire, it would be a guess. Can't take it, man. They can't take all the card advantage. They're just out of there. Ah, this is a Twitch viewer. I've seen this person around Twitch. Hello. 666. Assuming other people don't use the same name. It's not from some anime, something that a million people have. This hand is sus. Not gonna lie, very sus. It has. I bet it's the same person. All right. I don't know what to play. I think I'm gonna play this on white and see what happens. We could definitely get mana screwed in this game. Oh yay, they're playing mono white. Just when I thought I had made a friend. Alright, let's get in the hand. Try to disrupt their curve a little. Fine. Not the greatest hand. Now we need to draw land. How come they get 3 landers playing like 24 land and I can't do it? So salty. Alright. I believe it's this. Or I guess we can do it at instant speed. We'll try to keep this hopeful initiate hopeful. Maybe someday I'll have a +1/+1 counter. Good old Sun Gold Sentinel. People still running this. I mean, it's okay. There's definitely been worse 2-drops in white for many, many times. It just feels a little outmoded to me. Get these check for traps out of hand. Definitely want to take the adversary. And this is where, good thing they have Brutal Cathar instead of Skyclave Apparition. Usha. Okay. Keep doing this. They should draw more land now. Oh, come on! That's not fair. That's the best draw in your deck. Oh, and I can't even get off one land. Okay, that's pretty good. I can't be too mad. Oh, this is fun. What is going on here? You're still hopeful. But I'm down to 13. We just have to draw a land for this Emperor, and I'm like in there, you know? Maybe I should have blocked there because my opponent was going to do this anyway. Yeah. Oh, cool. Good. Good game. 27 land, and this is what happens to me. Blue or black? I guess black, so that any top deck land plays Lulf. We wait till attackers are declared, then we get rid of the initiate before it can get back the portable hole. We have to do it with this training trigger on the stack, or bad things will happen.
This is
Skyclave app? Nope. Okay, so their cave is online. My hook doesn't do anything. Awesome. Just awesome. I'm so salty. But untapped land and we're in it with Lulf. Come on, Lulf. One time. Okay, we're Lulfing.
you require my gift.
All right, we get to do it again next turn.
Do what I demand.
Okay. Missing that blue source. This is getting really ugly. But this whole game's been ugly, let's be real. Gotta do this because of cave.
Time I will.
Relentless. Absolutely relentless. Go up to 5, though. All right. Draw good cards. If I draw a land that doesn't produce blue here, it'll be like my deck was stacked by evil people. Okay, there's the blue.
I could sneak right by.
It's been an ugly game, but it's not over. The cave is trying to go the frickin' distance here. I just have to draw one of those spot removal spells. And we're in it. Can I afford an attack here? If I draw a removal spell, I'll be able to beat the cave anyway. I can afford an attack here. But I have to draw something to kill the cave. Didn't do it. Of course, we drew all that land. Interesting, not going for the cave. Wow. I was stone cold dead and they didn't go for it. Huh. Well, that's called playing to your outs, kids. Soul Shatta. Gets rid of the Spellbinder. Now we need this. Need the ninja to block. Come on! Is all the right cards in all the wrong places. They're doing it again? They're doing it again. They goofed it again. Oh my god. They're like, they can't believe I'm not drawing a removal spell. I can't either. Oh my god, that's so good. Do we make another 1/1 though? Because this is going to train. I can't stop it. This trains, and I flash in the Wandering Emperor, take out their cave, take 3, take 4 or 5. That won't be good enough. We have to make the 1/1. And we still have a flyer to deal with, so this is not over. They finally power up the cave. One. Why is this game still a game? Oh no. Could they have played that first? The hook brings you back. How is this still happening? Ow! Oh god! The sweepers have been located. And when death was so close, now it's a million miles away. What to do here? They could draw Intrepid Adversary. So I need to make a token with Wandering Emperor to block. But I think I want to play this Hive. Oh, now I don't want to play that Hive so much. Off the top. That hook just keeps ticking up. The Dane. Ugh. Plus, draw. Okay. Could let the Emperor die to get more hits in with this Samurai and more draws with this Shizuki, but it's like, I don't mind losing these cards. How much does it cost to cast this? 5? So I was thinking, do I play this and plus it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
No secret.
Good. That's why we do it the way we do it. Let's hold this to discard to this potentially. There you go. I really want to know what they will attack. They go for the Emperor. Dude, oh my gosh. We somehow pulled our way through this muck. This was a mess. But we got there. into the hole. I guess we'll just turn that off. And that's game. What was that? I was dead twice, and the Elite Spellbinder scammed them into not going for the lethal. Wow. Wonder what I would do in their shoes. I'd always play perfectly. Who am I kidding? And we are back for the post-game wrap. Let's check the stats powered by Untapped.gg. Download link in the description. It does support the channel if you try their free companion app. Untapped.gg. What is going on here? 4-1. See, I'm testing you. I always say that the first game can't be a loss or people turn off the video. If you are still here, that means you stayed till the end. That means you took that first loss, that mana screw disaster against Jinsu, and you hung in there. And you got to see after that we're dealing with a secret, sneaky 80% win rate deck that definitely could have been 100% if we'd, I don't know, drawn one of our many lands in the deck in that game one. So, yeah, you get to know the truth about this build, that it is a killer. I also have a 7-0 run in a standard event that I did with this deck from my iPad the other night. So all in all, if you combine those, I'm talking about that's what, 11-1. So it's a machine. And if you like Esper, as I know a lot of you do, there are plenty of you who come around my channel when I Twitch stream and you say, you know, Esper, what's going on with Esper? I need the state of Esper. There's a lot of Esper mages out there. This is a really good deck. And the Bankbusters were weird today. They only showed up in the matchup where we absolutely needed them, which is great and all. They can be awkward, and managing when to play it and when to activate it against an aggro deck can be very difficult. And I didn't get to show you that, but I did very well with it in the standard event that I played, so I'm going to tell you straight up, that's one of the hardest things about the deck that you'll need to work on when you're playing with the Bankbuster, as opposed to a traditional card draw spell like Memory Deluge or things like that. But managing the Planeswalkers is very, very fun. Sweeping the board when you have Planeswalkers is very devastating. Check for traps. Secret Meta Superstar, I think, that you'll see more of in the future. And Portable Hole, kind of a forgotten relic, because it used to be that Skyclave Apparition would just be an automatic exile your Portable Hole, blow you out. But that card's not as popular these days, and there's more and more decks that don't have a way to interact with it. The Rune deck, for example, just straightforward, smash, smash, smash. Portable Hole looks very good in those matchups. So you should try this deck. It is very good. I hope you draw lands a little bit more often than I did. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.